With London Irish losing earlier in the weekend, this was a chance for Newcastle to earn themselves some breathing space in the battle against relegation, and their early domination deserved some reward. It came from a Mike Delaney penalty. But for anyone struggling for form and desperate for points, Wasps are not exactly ideal guests. They can do little wrong at the moment, and they began to move through the gears. George Smith got the game's first try after 26 minutes, which Jimmy Gopperth converted to give Wasps a 10-3 lead. And just 3 minutes later, they edged further ahead when Dan Robson caught the Falcons' defence off guard and sprinted into the gap.
Advantage.
Newcastle needed a response before half-time. It almost came via Simon Hammersley, whose try was ruled out for obstruction, much to Falcons' frustration. But Taone Vale wasn't to be denied with the final play of the first 40 minutes. 15-10 to Wasps, and after another spell of Falcons' pressure early in the second half, Delaney kicked his second penalty, and there were just 2 points between the teams. Newcastle had their eyes on a first win in 6 meetings with Wasps, but they were then stung by 2 tries in the space of a couple of minutes. First, Robson grounded the ball against the foot of the post, and after referee JP Doyle consulted the TMO, Wasps had a 7-point lead. It grew to 14 when a Gopperth break against his former club set up Thomas Young, and he raced away to confirm the try-scoring bonus point. Wasps' record of 8 wins from their previous 9 matches suggested that might just be game over, but a moment of inspiration from Chris Harris got the Falcons back in business. His offload giving George McGuigan a straightforward finish. 27-20. And then one of the biggest cheers of the afternoon as Andy Goode came off the bench for his final Aviva Premiership appearance before returning to retirement. There was to be no fairy tale ending though, as Wasps had the final word via Thomas Young's second try. Newcastle had been denied a losing bonus point, while at the other end of the table, Wasps remained third, just 4 points behind the leaders Saracens.